Hi everyone. Here we are going to discuss about the DC series motor braking operation. And this DC series motor, these two equations are already derived in our previous lecture. So here in the first equation we know omega m inversely proportional to the current armature. This is the characteristic of DC series motor. And another equation is that omega m is inversely proportional to root over of the torque. Now in DC series motor we know that the field resistance or field winding is connected in series with the armature winding, and here the field current is same as the armature current and the terminal voltage is plus and minus over here. Here we are going for the two type of braking. One is a dynamic braking, another is a plugging. When I say dynamic braking, it is nothing but the supply voltage is disconnected or supply voltage is made zero and it is replaced by a resistance RB, preferably a variable resistance, in order to make an effective dynamic braking. We can go for a plugging operation also, but only thing is that plugging means reversing the connection from plus minus to minus and plus and addition of a series resistance RB for the protection. Obviously this resistance RB is much higher than this resistance here, because here net in the dynamic braking the net voltage is EB, in the plugging the net voltage is V plus EB. They are both are going to sum up. I have written this written the dynamic braking. What will be the equation once we substitute the value of V equals to 0? It look like this. And in plugging, when we substitute the value of V as minus V, it look like this. Here addition of RB is there, here RB is not there, so we have added RB because we have inserted a resistance RB in series with the circuit. So in this circuit, just to add a variable of torque, because without the torque equation I cannot draw any curve. So we will do it, and this is the axis where y-axis is the speed and the x-axis is torque, and this is the speed torque characteristics of the DC series motor as per this equation. Let us say this is equation 1. As per equation 1, this is the speed torque characteristics. Here also same, as per equation 1, speed torque characteristics. And our objective is to draw the speed torque characteristics in case of plugging and draw the speed torque characteristics in case of dynamic braking based on the equation. So this equation we can write, but with the help of two other equations. What are they? We know that phi is equal to Ke and Ia. Flux is proportional to current, and also we know that torque is equals to Kb phi into Ia. So to simplify these two, we can write here omega m is equals to minus Ra plus Rse plus Rb whole divided by Kb phi whole square into T. We can rewrite this equation in this form just by using these two equations. We can also write Ke in terms of phi by Ia, and Ia value we can substitute here and get the equation in this form. So how we are going to do is that here phi is also not a constant value. So to make it simplify, I can say that omega m is some function minus of t by some function of phi. And how we will understand this? We can understand this that when we are applying a braking, so whatever the torque, obviously the torque will reduce. The torque will reduce, and this will reduce the current. When the current will reduce, obviously the flux will reduce. When the flux will reduce, 1 by K phi, phi is in the denominator, this term will double up, increase because it's a square term. So if omega m would have directly proportional to the torque in negative, so this curve would have been like this based on the value of the RB. So suppose RB is a resistance, based on that it will have this. But this flux is coming into picture, so the curve will not look like this, rather it will be in this way. So this will be my curve of for omega m is equal to minus t by k phi. So this curve, this equation can be represented by the curve with this certain value of RB like this. So now let us draw here what is the equilibrium speed. Let us take a torque, low torque. So once we take a low torque, this value, this is TL. At this particular value of low torque, we are getting an equilibrium speed, that is omega m, at which it is running. And when we apply a dynamic braking, the speed cannot decrease instantaneously, or the change in the speed is not instantly not possible because of inertia. So, and the same speed will match with the another speed torque characteristics and it will reach here. So, the choosing the value of RB decides how much current it will draw now. So, based on this negative torque, the dynamic braking, and it will draw some current. Suppose if we choose a higher value of the RB, so the current taken by this dynamic braking will be less. So it will follow the curve like this. So let us learn that how to make it an effective dynamic braking. Effective means our objective is to reduce the speed quickly from running at suppose 150 radian per second, or in terms of 1500 RPM, let us say. From 1500 to we want to reduce it to 0 immediately, or like very quickly at a lesser time. So we need to make a brake in such a way that the current through the armature will always be near to the rated value and a little bit lesser than the rated value, should not exceed the rated value. Throughout the braking operation, the current should be between the rated value and certain value, another minimum value. So when this minimum value will reach, we will change the value of RV in such a way we can get a curve like this. This is a second curve which is we are getting because of RB1. Obviously this RB1 is lesser than RB. We can also decrease the value to RB2. Why? At this point it will go on decrease and it will follow this curve. When the current will reach, minimum current will reach, we will again change the value of RB to RB2. RB2. When RB2 is lesser, so the curve will get another speed torque characteristics and it will follow this path. And further we can go, otherwise no need to, otherwise it will come down to 0 speed. So this is how we can go for a dynamic braking, and it is usually preferred. When you say plugging operation, so in plugging operation we are going for the minus of V is there, and now so here also we can draw the original load torque TL. So the equilibrium point is obtained. In this equilibrium point we can get what is the speed at which it is running. Then this speed torque characteristics we need to draw. This speed torque characteristics will be look like somewhere like this, because this is the negative value of minus of some constant minus of 1 by root over of t minus of that another constant. So we get when we apply a plugging, we get another equilibrium point. So that speed will remain slightly decrease, otherwise remain same instant because of the inertia. So from here it will start decreasing, and we can see that the slope is very high and it will reach the zero speed immediately. So probably we don't need to have that changing the value of RB again. So we can reach the zero speed quickly, but there is a chance of that we can exceed. The motor may rotate in the reverse direction if not disconnected at that particular moment of time. So this is how DC series motor can be used for can be braked through dynamic braking and plugging. And these two curves are very important, and how it is different from your past previously learned. Here all the expression of all the curves has been illustrated with the help of the equations obtained, the kind mathematical equation and this figure, they are correlated. Okay, thank you very much.